You guys, how are you?
How you doing?
Trying to stay cool.
Appreciate you guys. Right here.
When Lieutenant Pitts and Officers Lundstrom and Brennan are on patrol, you would be hard-pressed to find them in their patrol cars.
What are you doing when you're out on the beat?
When we're walking the beat, of course, you have to enforce laws, but we are generally out here to engage with the community.
Don't do crack.
Hey, you're allowed to smoke some weed. No one's upset about that.
Community engagement, community policing is really at the heart of what we're doing. It's not just all enforcement.
Police Commissioner Joseph Gormalia attributes a great deal of Buffalo's successful downturn in crime statistics to his community policing efforts.
Make sure those windows are down, it's hot.
But he says the secret is in a balance.
You've got to be embedded with the community. You've got to build those bridges, those relationships. You also have to have the enforcement side, and that's where we're out doing search warrants, being very targeted on who the trigger pullers are, who's driving that violence. If you have too much of one and not the other, you're going to fall over. You need both legs to really stand firm.
Pretty much every city, including Cincinnati, says we're doing community-based policing. Why is your community-based policing working?
You know, I think it's a combination of everything.
Part of that everything is the integration of community organizations into police response and investigation of crime when it happens.
We can send them out, ask them to go and prevent retaliation shootings. They'll go meet with shooting victims. You get a gang shooting victim, you know, the first thing that has to come to mind is what retaliation is going to come, and they go out there and they network and engage.
Buffalo got some of the greatest people.
Reverend James Giles organizes the Peacemakers, a group of community organizations with the common goal of reducing gun violence. His violence interrupters work as liaisons between the police and the hardest members of the community to reach.
Most of my team, my original team, were former gang bangers. Now, nobody has the credibility to go and speak to a gang member. I used to be one. Can speak to a gang member like a former gang member.
What's up, man? How you doing? Good to see you. Staying cool out here?
But it's the day in and day out interaction between police and everyday citizens that the commissioner says is moving the needle. On this day, the officers were not only chatting with people on the street, they were cleaning up fireworks remnants off the street from the night before.
We live in the city as well. We take pride in our community, and if that requires us picking up trash as we're walking by, we're going to do that as well.
And Officer Brennan says when they're out picking up trash, the mere presence of police often means there's less garbage to deal with.
So if we're not here, someone that was about to commit a crime probably wouldn't if we're walking up and down the street. All right, you guys have a nice day. It was nice talking to you.
So community policing is at Buffalo's core. Now, this is the strategy document that Buffalo's Police Commissioner Gormalia wrote when he took over the department last year. Take a look and see what it says right in the first page. It says, the Buffalo Police Department is committed to reducing violence in our city through a community-based participation plan. It says the plan focuses on violent crime reduction by being present, visible, and engaged within the community that we see as partners. Community engagement is mentioned 23 times in this document. The document is just 22 pages long. Morella?
Sure, you could stop watching now, but let's be honest, you want to see more. So click some of those links, or better yet, go ahead and tap subscribe. That way you'll catch more content from Local 12.